Right, today's question. This will be a popular question. In today's terms of equality,
He's looking at me.
should ladies be allowed to play on gentlemen's competition days at weekends?
Yes. It may take a while to organise it, because you could wreck everything for everybody, because there's a limited number of people that can play on a Saturday. But the word equality is a simple word to understand. It's an old-fashioned concept that women couldn't play at the weekend or on a Saturday or whatever. How can they not be allowed to play?
Yeah. Because at some point, somebody could make a legal challenge about it all, couldn't they?
But the practicalities of it is another matter. It might take 10 years before they get enough women qualify to become category A, to have a worthwhile competition.
So obviously they'd have to pay the extra money, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
And they would have to join a waiting list.
Yeah. So it's going to take time, isn't it?
If the spaces are there, then they can be moved up. But if they're not, then they have to stay where they are. But I don't feel I can comment on that, because I've never played on Saturdays. I've had enough of them on Mondays when they don't let anybody through. They're quite happy to leave you sat behind for 3.5, 4 hours to get to the 12th hole, and then when they walk in, you can carry on. But no, I can't see that being a great success for Saturdays for you guys.
But it's equality.
I accept it's equality,
it is
but I
rooted
can't see.
It's rooted in the past, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what
It's a modern day thing now, isn't it? It's got to be accepted.
You're pulling your hair out when we get behind them on Monday.
But I pull my hair out behind old men as well that are hopeless.
You do. To be fair.
I just think there's too many people play golf that can't play properly.
Your favourite saying, they can't hit it 60 yards.
Yeah, I'm less worried about the sex of the person. What annoys me is their ability. When they're bloody hopeless.
Yeah, you're not gonna get that many women if it goes ahead. You're not gonna get that many women saying, "Well, I'm up for a bit of that," unless you're a good golfer, low handicap golfer.
So the next question is, if you like, is why would they want to do that?
Well, there'd be one or two that have strongly feminist views, and they do it whether they wanted to or not, and you can see why.
The gay brigade.
And I know of one lady that likes to play with her husband, and probably got a bit of a bee in her bonnet. I don't know.
You will have some of them.
Why shouldn't they? I think it's the other thing. Can I just qualify something I said there about being bloody hopeless? I wasn't talking about ladies. What annoys me is anybody of any sex who's hopeless, holding other people up. They should be on the driving range. They should get lessons. And you shouldn't let people that are going to score 130 gross onto a golf course on a busy day and ruin it for everybody else.
And just to finish the argument off, if you like, would any of you guys play in the ladies' competition midweek?
I'm thinking of having a sex change, so
Dana loves to play around with the women. We all know
I'm
that.
currently
if enough fellas put their hand up, right, I'm putting my name down on a Thursday. Possibly,
on a tact here, going on a tangent sort of thing. I have played with the ladies when they have the men seniors ladies beat the seniors men's, and it's not alright, but
yeah, I've played one of them.
It's not the fastest round. We only play sort of 12 balls anyway.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I have done it, but I don't think I could do it on a full-time thing.
It's one of them things. You ain't going to reverse it.
No.
It's been put out there, and it's going to happen at some point, isn't it?
And I'm sure it is already happening in golf clubs that have less members. The next question, though, would be whether let's say we only had 100 men and 70 ladies playing on a Saturday, would they play the same competition, or would they have completely separate competitions? I mean, that's another
Well, that means
issue,
you're playing
isn't
with.
it?
You mean men's comp and ladies comp, or mixed? Because the idea is for them to play mixed, isn't it?
Well, no, I'm saying, do you think there's a golf course somewhere where there's 170 people, men and women, and it's just one comp?
Well, yeah.
Well,
I wonder.
Just to clarify that currently the situation is that ladies could play on a Saturday amongst the competitors, but they couldn't actually be part of the competition.
But eventually, that's not equality. is it?
So it's, would you say that's kind of like gone halfway
they're working,
rather than
they're
a full
working
the
towards
full
it. The
distance?
problem here is there's so many members that want to play Saturdays.
Do you not think the increase will put a few off and some will go?
Nah, it's a wealthy part of the world, this. Lots of money in Rochdale.
Apparently so. We're surrounded by lawyers and
I mean, look
estate
at,
agents.
Look at Bamford here, you know, look at these bloody great houses here.
Yeah.
Right, thanks guys. Very insightful.